Alright fellas, my phone's trying to crap out on me. Apple's trying to help my phone crap out on me. I noticed whenever I plugged it in to my headphones wouldn't work. That's really annoying because I always have headphones in. I don't have money for AirPods. My kid does, but that's another story. So long story short, went to Apple. They said, oh yeah, we can replace that. Won't take very long either. They were messing with this. And they said, oh yeah, by the way, your Taptic engine doesn't work. That's why it's not vibrating. I said, oh, I didn't know it quit vibrating. They said, yeah, it's not vibrating. That'll be, $59. Then the lightning port was like $120. And then I'm sitting here taking this apart. Just popped the shell off for her. And she said, oh, you gotta take that off. I'm sitting here trying to take this screen protector off. And as I do it, I crack it. I don't know if you can see that. See that crack right in there. Big crack. So I crack that, and this pops off, and I drop my phone. Bounces off the frickin' table, lands on the floor, cracks the damn corner of my phone. So now my display is junk. They said my phone was in really good shape. They give me $300 on a trade-in, which a new one of these was only like $350, which was killer. Brand new phone, $50. No, she made me take this thing off. It's got nothing to do with anything. Makes me drop my damn phone. And now she says, oh, well, now it's only worth $100. And by the way, replacing the screen on that, it would be cheaper to go ahead and just buy a new phone instead of fixing everything. So I said, yeah. Alright, let's make an appointment. And I'll go ahead and miss that. Which I did. So we're going to fix it today. First thing I'm going to do is the charging port. I'll make this into a separate video. I bought this. It came with these junk tools I have ever seen in my entire life. Not going to work at all. So if you buy one of these screens and it comes with one of these kits, there'll be a link down in the description for this kit that I got from iFixit.com. Amazon links, because they're on Amazon. There'll also be one to their webpage. They have all kinds of information on how to fix these phones. Step-by-step tutorials and all kinds of stuff. Forum there where people trade tips and tricks, all that other kind of stuff also. So one thing you want to do, you want to be grounded. All this stuff is static electric sensitive. I'm going to take this ratchet here, throw it down on the ground, rub it up against my leg. That'll ground me. If you don't have one of those, this kit comes with one of these things you clip to your wrist, and then take this over, find a good ground, clamp to it, ground yourself. I got a ratchet, I'll be fine. First things first, make sure this guy is powered off. I'm doing this on this notebook paper here so you can see all the parts. This kit right here actually comes with a tray. It's about the size of the phone. Little sections marked off here where you can put your screws and then put your other pieces on top of it as you take it apart so you can remember where they go back in. And we're going to use that also. First one you're going to need is what's called a P2, not a Phillips 2. It's a pentagon, 5-pointed star. That's these two screws down here. Let's pry this guy apart. You always start at the bottom. Actually, let's heat it up first. The only tool worth its weight in actual coupons at Harbor Freight. I'm just taking this razor blade, running it all the way around. There is some adhesive in here, and if your phone's anything like mine, some dirt. You do want to be careful along this right hand side here. It's where it opens up, and there's going to be some connectors right there. Okay, so I guess I probably better show you that the headphones didn't work. Okay, so turn the volume up.
Ford 150,
now,
and when you shift gears, it does not go into park all the way. And there's too much
in the
play
headphones,
and the gear shift.
Nothing.
Now, underneath the dash, and
set those aside where we'll forget them. Go ahead and power this guy back off. Clean your screen. And put this suction cup all the way down on the bottom. But whatever you do, don't hit the home button. It won't make the seal. Pulling up on this, pushing down with this guy, we can get in there and cut that waterproofing. Now that the screen's loose, pop this up just a wee bit, you pull it down because this screen catches in the top of that. And once you do that, you can open this sideways. Now, don't let this fall down. Now we're going to use this guy right here. It is a Y000. These are very, very, very small screws. And some of them are longer than others. Now with this guy, you're going to want to pop these ribbon cables off. And once you have those three done, you can take your screen, set it aside. Okay, one thing you want to do here now, take your sim tool, pop it in, remove that whole tray. Now it looks like we need to switch over to pH 00. Take out this Taptic engine. Again, you want to know where the screws go because they're not always all the same size. These all were the same size for this Taptic engine. Alright, I'm also going to disconnect this guy right here because this right here is the battery connector. So we want to get that out of the way. Down here on the bottom by this Taptic engine, we're going to go ahead and take that loose. I think this is some kind of vent. Take that plastic piece off there. Now you have this connector here. That's your Taptic engine connector. Pop it loose. Now you can get the Taptic engine out of the way. This Phillips screw right here that runs your wires up here. Those go to, I think these are antennas like Wi-Fi. Now these are actually connected on the side of this. Now we want to take off this speaker. Three Phillips screws. Now you want to be careful because you want to get this speaker out of here. And while you're moving this speaker right here, careful because these wires are connected. And they just slide right out the side. You can actually leave the bottom one attached to the speaker. Now we're going to move on up here to the camera. And take a bracket off of your camera. Okay, so we have that guy undone. We're going to undo this guy right here. Folds back towards the battery. Now we're going to take the antenna out. It has 4 screws. One of them is up in here. That's our antenna. And there's a couple Phillips screws here. Hold another bracket on. That bracket just came out there with that screw. One of them's up here in the corner on the frame. Now this right here, this screw here, on mine it's just a ground. You're supposed to take this ground and move it out of the way. Hopefully they're not bending it too bad, not so bad that you can't get it back. Now we want to get the logic board out, which is one of those screws right here. Okay, now one thing you're going to want to do here is this is the SIM card eject button. See there? SIM card eject button. You want to move that back out of the way. You don't want to break that. It's like this screw right here was hidden. When you're moving this stuff, you move it careful, just a wee bit at a time. Any resistance, figure out what the resistance is before you go prying on it too much. Okay, let's look at that one last Phillips screw that was there. And disconnect these cameras. A little twisting and prying, and take your logic board out. Now comes the lightning port. Okay, now we're down here on the lightning connector. You get rid of this guy right here. It does have a little bracket that goes with it. A couple more Phillips screws down here. Now I'm going to flip this over. There's two screws down in here you're going to have to get to. You got two microphones right here. I'm going to peel them back. And these are just kind of tricky. Take this guy out right here, and this guy out right here. Now we're going to put the heat gun back on it. Just loosen up this adhesive. You don't need a lot, you just need some. Now there's your bad lightning port connector. If you look on the new one, it does not have dust covers on the microphones. So I'm going to lift those off and put them on here. Now, if you're anything like me, you'll learn after the first one that you poke a hole through your dust cover that those things are really, really fragile. So if you're going to take those off and put them on there, just be really, really careful. Very fragile. All you're going to have to do now is take this video, since you're already at the end, just click the play button, tap it back a couple of times, watch over the last 10 seconds of each step. Put it right back in order, right the way it was supposed to be. That will be your easiest option. Me, I've got to struggle through the rest of this. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Love, hate, hardknocksforge, gmail.com. Don't send me any panties, because they never fit. Okay, and just so you guys can see that it works, headphones.
Hopefully sorted. If you remember last fall, I did a video because this thing was shaking at half speed and I had to turn it down. What's going on YouTube? Fuzzy Wuzzy.
There's
Hanging
the
out with my
speaker.
Lincoln.
So yeah, it works. The part I got from Amazon ended up being DOA, dead on arrival. I put it in, it wouldn't even charge. My phone jack didn't work. It was being all wonky. It was trying to restart over and over and over again. I took the brand new lightning port out, put the old one back in, but before I put the old one back in, I took this here little spooger, and on the tip of this, I just rubbed it on the inside of that lightning port, right like so. And I was able to raise up some of those contacts in there. Yeah, that's what the problem was. Those were weak and they were bent down. So all I did was ended up picking some of them out. And I picked the right ones. Win-win. Got to go ahead and return that dead lightning port, get my $13 back. Now I plug my headphones in, they work. I look like a millennial walking around now. Headphones in my ears the whole time. It's great. Anyway, tools that I use. This is a spudger. It's just a plastic pry bar type thing. Some handy dandy ESD safe tweezers. The SIM bit, standoff bit, Y000 bit, Phillips 2 bit, and the pentagonal number 2 bit. Of course, you know, bit handle, screwdriver. One of these little guitar picks or plastic openers. I did use a razor blade knife when I was cutting around all that adhesive part. So, like a creature of habit, I just reached back here and grabbed this. There was something, it's not razor sharp, but that's pretty sharp. There's your opening tool that comes in the iFixit kit. So, you can definitely use that. And then a suction cup. I'm going to leave links down in the description for the great big old kit that I got from iFixit.com, and also another link for just an essential kit, which is basically just this stuff right here. You know, great for iPhones, iPads, the little AirPods, you know, the watch, all that kind of stuff. That essential kit I think will get you by. So, link down there. Yeah, stop by iFixit.com. It's super knowledgeable and excellent on answering all your questions and, you know, giving you all the answers you need to get all this stuff done. Get your confidence level up so you tackle one of these little bitty projects. Shaky hands.